Hey everyone, welcome back to Intentional Community Conversations with Intend Indiana. I'm Demetrius Warren, Director of Edge Fund, and I'll be your host today. Since June is National Homeownership Month, we wanted to take this time to share of the work Intend has been doing through our Edge Fund initiative to make homeownership more accessible and, just as important, more sustainable for people once they're in homes. Joining me today are Kim Wherry and Edwin Montano, two members of our team who are in the middle of this work every day. Together, we're going to talk through how Edge Fund is creating equitable homeownership opportunities for Indiana residents. So keep listening to hear more about what's happening, what's working, and what we're building next to keep opening doors for homeowners across the state. So let's jump in. Kim, I want to start with you here. When someone hears home power, what is it and who is it really built for?
Yeah, so home power is about breaking through the barriers that low and moderate income home buyers face when it comes to the traditional mortgage financing. So it's really built for home buyers below 80% of the area median income. And in simple terms, it essentially acts as a down payment for a first mortgage loan in the form of a second mortgage. So typically, traditional first mortgage financing will require that the buyer have a certain amount of money saved up for a down payment, which many people don't have the funds to save up for. So home power covers that gap at least 20% and up to 30% of the sale price of the home that they choose, which can save the buyer hundreds of dollars on their monthly mortgage payment. Home Power was made to provide affordability in homeownership, in turn making the dream of becoming a homeowner accessible to the underserved people and communities that we serve at Intend.
So, Edwin, what does home power look like from your seat when you're actually working with people?
From my seat, Home Power brings an opportunity to those who have been attempting to become homeowners, and then finding an opportunity to make it even more affordable by adding our Home Power program. With again, sometimes it's a matter of financial needs, lack of inventory, or simply just a lack of knowledge of knowing that these resources do exist throughout the state. I believe by offering home power, this kind of addresses a lot of those immediate needs and maintaining low cost up front, giving them flexibility in their monthly mortgage payments. And again, helping them achieve financial generational wealth for them and their families.
So, let's talk about what this looks like in a specific community. The Martindale Brightwood neighborhood in Indianapolis is one we can actually point to right now. So, Edwin, as a single family loan portfolio manager, can you share a bit about how Home Power has helped improve and revamp this neighborhood?
So currently here in Martindale Brightwood, we have collaborated with many of our partners in bringing more value into the Martindale Brightwood community. That, of course, comes in a couple different margins. One, of course, development. Second, affordability. And then again, kind of sticking to the point of what will this impact you down the road. We're creating generational wealth and improving better communities for those local residents to, one, stay here or have a better understanding of why it is a good move to pursue a purchase in Martindale Brightwood.
And of course, as we all know, none of this would be possible without all of our amazing partners, but particularly our banking partners. Kim, can you share a little bit more about these partners and how they've helped increase impact?
Sure thing. So we have some amazing lending partners that assist Edge Fund and its affordable housing programs and also community outreach. The different lenders that we partner with in Marion County, they have a wide range of first mortgage options that are built for people's specific needs. So with our lending partners, we really are able to increase visibility in the community regarding our affordable housing programs. So we partner with a few different banking partners in Marion County and in Martindale Brightwood, which include Merchants Bank of Indiana, Stockyards Bank, First Merchants Bank, Old National Bank, and National Bank of Indianapolis.
And see, that's just the work that's being done in Marion County. Since then, we've been able to expand across the state, helping increase homeownership for residents in Kosciuszko, Elkhart, Marshall, and St. Joseph counties. In Kosciuszko County, in partnership with the Kosciuszko County Community Foundation, we're assisting applicants in creating more affordable payments on their potential homes for the homes that are on the market through our Home Power mortgage. And it's the same thing in St. Joe, Elkhart, and Marshall County. We're actually administering a revolving loan fund established by multiple partners like the South Bend Elkhart Regional Partnership and the Michiana Area Council of Governments. This revolving loan fund is impacting housing in the region, utilizing three approaches: the buy, the build, and the keep approach. So through buy, the fund is supporting the new homeowners in purchasing their home. Through build, we're supporting nonprofits building new homes for homeownership, as well as multifamily affordable housing developments. And then in the keep approach, we're looking to improve the capacity for current homeowners to retain and maintain their homes. And we're just thrilled to be able to participate in connecting people to these opportunities throughout the state. So Edwin, what changes when you're working outside of Marion County? What do buyers need that's the same everywhere, and what's different depending on where they're living?
Wonderful, thank you. I think the biggest difference that we have noticed in serving other different markets is that, again, goes back to people needing affordabilities and having a comfortable monthly mortgage payment. So we can say that that would be the same in a lot of the markets that we are serving now. Again, it looks like there's a little bit of lack of information of what one can qualify for. And of course, that comes with the product itself. Being a first-time home buyer, there's a lot that we don't know of. So we prepare them in regards to budgeting, creditworthiness, getting mortgage ready, and being able to maintain a home no matter where the market may be. A couple of the struggles or differences that we've noticed can simply be, the lack of housing. So we've partnered up with a lot of different nonprofit organizations to provide housing opportunities, and then collaborating it with our Home Power mortgage to make it even more affordable. So again, we're here to support them and ensuring that they know all the information up front. That way they feel comfortable as they're looking to purchase and maintain a home for years to come.
So Kim, you mentioned before about our banking partners, of course. Can you share a little bit more about the education component that we emphasize?
Yeah, definitely. So Intend Indiana and Edge Fund, we have a Homeownership 101 series that we offer in all of the markets that we have housing programs in. And as a HUD certified housing counseling agency, Intend Indiana is able to provide free homeownership education. So this includes budgeting, credit readiness, as well as mortgage financing, facts about, real estate transactions and what process to go through when you're actually out on the market choosing your home. And then also we have a session 4, which we have recently included Prosperity Indiana in, because they have an initiative right now that's really focused on heirs property rights, which is really important as a homeowner. So our banking partners, typically they'll help in session 2. And that's really when they dive deep into the mortgage process from start to finish. And it's a really great resource in a whole, because it does help the home buyers get prepared so that they're ready to, start the process of homeownership and kind of know where they need to go.
Yeah, that actually connects to the next thing I wanted to discuss, because homeownership isn't just about getting in the door, it's also staying in the home. Unfortunately, in Indiana, the state of Indiana actually ranks number 1 in the country for foreclosures. So with the rising costs of living, communities are needing relief and are looking for ways to continue to remain in their homes. So that's why we actually developed a product called Edge Refi. And right now we are utilizing this in the Martindale-Brightwood neighborhood of Indianapolis, as well as in the St. Joe, Elkhart, and Marshall counties. This product is providing access to the benefit of refinancing and allowing borrowers to reduce their monthly costs and even consolidate debt in the process. Intend and Edge Fund hopes to support not only home buying, but continued home ownership and wealth building. So Edwin, let's go into another new product called Home Build. Why is this an important part of the work that we're doing at Edge Fund?
Great question. I think the work that we're developing now under Home Build, this is simply, providing us the opportunity to collaborate with other nonprofit organizations, other nonprofit developers, to expand the support of home ownership opportunities. So once again, we do have a good understanding that home ownership doesn't always entitle just single family housing. So again, we want to be able to open up the margin to allow anybody to, find a place in home, whether that's an apartment, townhome, multifamily units. So again, we want to be able to collaborate and bring home ownership opportunities, no matter where you're looking at.
Absolutely. I'd say with the rising costs that I mentioned before, the cost to construct these homes are just increasing more and more. And so it makes sense for us to try to make it more affordable through bringing down some of those costs to those nonprofit developers you mentioned. So that's great. Kim, when we support nonprofit developers, what does success look like from your view?
Yeah, so I would say that success means helping nonprofit developers create high quality, sustainable homes that truly meet the needs of the communities that they serve. So this program is really meant for nonprofits to get greater access to flexible financing for housing projects that fit their mission and vision, and also kind of align with our mission and vision as well. So success can show up in the residents and the neighborhood experiences as well. So whether the buyers and the families are able to access stable, safe, structurally sound housing and build financial security while remaining connected to their communities. Ultimately, supporting nonprofit developers is successful when the projects are community-centered and create lasting positive impact for both the residents and the broader community.
So I'm gonna wrap us up here. Kim, Edwin, thank you so much for walking through this with me. To everyone listening, thanks for spending part of National Homeownership Month with us. If anything from today stuck with you, we hope it's this. Getting into a home is a big step, and having the support to keep it matters just as much. If you want to learn more about what we talked about today, head to myedgefund.org. And to keep up with Intend Indiana, follow us on socials at Intend Indiana or visit our website at intendindiana.org. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.